Welcome to 60 Seconds, the show where interviews are done in only 1 minute.
Hello, sir. First, tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Kapina Peora, or K for short.
That's very interesting to hear, sir. And what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm the Chief of Staff at Odin Security Services LLC. I'm basically a private security contractor.
Very interesting. You know, I've met quite a few people who are very into sort of security contracting and guarding. Are you taking new recruits?
Absolutely. We're looking for professionals every day.
That's great. If you want, you can tell us where recruits can go, and we'll send it on.
I'd really appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure. Any building in particular where you're gonna go, or?
We are effectively operating at the scrapyard due to our partnership with Rossi Oil, but we will get a more permanent headquarters set up in the city, hopefully very soon.
Of course. I understand that. It was lovely having you on the show. I'd appreciate it if you maybe got some more people to come down here. That'd be nice, and we'll be sure to let all our viewers know who to go to if they want to become security contractors.
Awesome, thank you.
Hello, sir. Welcome back to TMN Network. I'm your host, Scott Collins. Sir, if you could just tell me what your name is first.
My name is Skylar Luther Beach.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. Now, what do you do in this city?
Right now I sell oil pretty much. I mean, I make pretty good money and stuff. I mean, I have a really good job.
Well, that's good to hear. Was it hard to get the good job? Do you think it comes naturally to people?
No, it wasn't natural because now I'm the leader of the company, so I mean, it did come naturally. It took a lot of hard work. And
that's amazing. That's good to hear a story like that. We get a lot of small businesses on this show. Tell me, what do you think about the city? What do you think could be improved about it? You know, related to your career. Have you seen things during your career you think you could improve?
I mean, I wish that I could hire people that would actually work for me, and that I wish that they improved their lifestyle. You know, I'm just trying to help people. That's all I want.
Fires, protests, and vigilantes. You're watching TMN.
After the Iraq protests had ended and the general chaos had died down, we saw an advertisement for a block party happening outside the police department and decided to investigate. This just in, a block party has recently been announced immediately outside the PD. This is very interesting given their stance on outdoor events outside the live PD office before, but we'll have to see how this goes. But things could be looking up. Soon after, the mayor came out of the police station. While he expected applause and support from the crowd, he only received boos and calls for his resignation.
City, sir. What's going on? I'm just kidding.
He promptly made his way to town hall, but not before addressing one of our questions about his performance as mayor.
I'm here to pass laws, not care. Okay, call the police department.
These comments inflamed the crowd, and the situation escalated as people began to punch the mayor. This just in, this is Scott Collins on the scene. The people seem to be very dissatisfied with the mayor, and they are attempting to beat him to death. This is a shocking turn of events. The mayor reacted first with harsh words, which then provoked an assault on him. We'll have to see where this goes. There are no police officers on scene. He then entered the back of a hardware store, and we managed to capture this.
Hello. How'd you move?
This clip has not been tampered with or altered in any way. We witnessed the mayor brutally assault a man with a baseball bat. When the crew and I tried to intervene, we were then forced out of the building by a man with a sombrero and a shotgun, who we can only assume is a member of the mayor's personal guard. We must ask ourselves if the mayor has the ability to assault members of the public without fear of retaliation from either the police or the citizens who stand up to protect themselves. What makes him different than a power-drunk king who abuses his people? This is Scott Collins, the TMN News Network. Hi, I'm Scott Collins with TMN Network. Tonight, It's 60 seconds with...
My name on the streets is Candles. I can't give out my personal information due to reasons.
Right, of course, understandable. This is New York. Just to, sort of survey your thoughts right now, what do you think about the police force in this city?
This is alright. They're chill sometimes they're assholes. I personally haven't been searched, but yeah, I think they're alright so far.
Now, just real quick, were you aware that last night there was a huge citywide riot where the police actually used tear gas on peaceful protesters?
Yeah, I'm aware of this situation. My friend was involved in this, and he almost got killed. He almost got shot and killed for, I don't know what he said. He wouldn't give me the full context of it.
Right, yeah, we were there as well. It was pretty tragic. All right, thank you for your time. Tonight, we've got a man here who says he's very enthusiastic about crack. Sir, what's your name and what do you do?
My name is Sebastian Jean. I beg for money on the streets of New York. Yes, that's my occupation. I'm a beggar.
That's very interesting. Would you say you like crack a lot?
Yeah, I started smoking crack when I was like 10, 11 years old. Then I moved on to heroin, and then I moved on to mescaline and DMT.
That's very interesting. All these things, I'm guessing these things are very popular in New York.
Yeah. Then I went back to Dominican Republic, and I got addicted to black tar, but it was too much shit. I almost died, so I came back to New York, and now I just fucking beg money for crack all day.
Well, that was an insight. The drug deals and going-ons inside our city. Stay tuned for more. This has been Scott Collins with TMN, signing off. In a world of crime, where every day you risk your life simply walking the streets of your hometown, life can seem hopeless. When the police and government are corrupt and fail to do their duty and protect the people who they supposedly serve, sometimes our heroes can come in other forms, particularly vigilantes. Meet GunMan. We first met with GunMan at the end of the Iraq protests. Unlike many of the government officials who refused to give any statements for fear of undermining their campaign, GunMan was very open about his goals and values.
There's a lot of crime in the city. It's partly why I decided to be a vigilante. A lot of crime occurs in the city daily, and there has to be someone there to stop it. And sometimes the police are there, but sometimes they're not, and that's where I come in. I respond at a moment's notice.
Unfortunately, GunMan was confronted by police officers and ended up in a prison cell later that day. We were unable to have any contact with him until much later when he had been released.
Gunman!
Oh, hello.
We ran into him and began to interview him and his partner, the Defender, once more. How's vigilante justice doing? I know things have calmed down a lot, but there's still gang violence. You still out and about?
Yeah. Listen, it's hard to take care of the law when the law is trying to take care of you. I keep getting arrested because of this mask mandate.
In the middle of our conversation, a nearby car exploded, where most would shy away and pray that someone else, like an officer of the law, would intervene. GunMan and the Defender ran straight into the action. We must also not leave out Jew-Man, who assisted us in informing us of the crime. Shout out to the Jewish community.
GunMan, Jew-Man's got his life and skills.
Oh shit! Incredible. Let me head back.
Shout out to the Jewish community, bro.
Good evening, audience. This is Scott Collins. Today, we're on a rooftop chase with the GunMan, famous vigilante. We talked to him before, and he expressed his concerns about the police department repeatedly arresting him, but nevertheless, he continues to work for the safety of you and our city. Also important to note, he's very accepting of the Jewish community, which, we've heard some backlash from the police from that having been passed. Ultimately, GunMan stormed the building where the arsonist who destroyed the car was hiding and took him down. For a moment, the city was at peace, but before he could relax, he heard news of another shootout in the city. GunMan rushed to the scene and found the new gunner quickly, but it was a ruse. He was blinded by a flash grenade and injured. We regrouped at the hospital and were barely able to start up our interview again.
So, firstly, we've got a lot of younger viewers, and they all, I think a lot of them are very inspired by you, but do you yourself encourage them to go out and help crime themselves? Or would you say, maybe not? What are your thoughts?
Well, listen, it has to be something you choose to do. Nobody can make you into a crime fighter. You know, don't be told by somebody else what to do, and especially not me. I'm not the best role model. But hey, if you want to go out and fight crime and you want to be helpful to the community,
all right.
You know, we've had plenty of vigilantes. You know, like the Defender, he's just started. You know, he's decided that in his point of, like, at this point of his life, he wants to go and stop crime and do something productive.
Right, I see. Now, the Defender, this one is related to the Defender. He's obviously a new recruit of yours. Did he seek you out, or were you saying, all right, I need new blood in the field to help me with crime?
GunMan, can I get your autograph?
I never actively asked somebody to be a...
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but anyway, as I was saying, you know, I don't really seek people out to be crime fighters. I more or less just ask people if...
you don't have to take that mask off.
You fucking...
When a police officer showed up and demanded that GunMan remove his mask. The police seem to care more about whether a vigilante wants to hide his identity than actually solving any issues. Suddenly, GunMan bolted from the scene. For a moment, the Defender and our crew were confused, but the reason for his escape was made clear in the following moments. A bounty was set on GunMan's head for wearing a mask, and he was forced to go into hiding until a public defender could resolve the case.
Good evening, everyone. A lot of news today, especially involving the police. You know, we had the massive shootout protest in front of the police department. We had the random shootings around the city that were left unaddressed by the police. And finally, now, famous vigilante GunMan is on the run. We've really got to ask ourselves, and the police should definitely consider this. Are they for the people, or are they for themselves? I'm Scott Collins with TMN, signing off.
Good evening, I'm Scott Collins with the TMN Network. Hello, sir. What is your name?
My name is Chad Williams. You can call me Chadinator or Chad Thundercock.
Well, that's a very interesting name, sir. Was that a family name, or did you take that yourself?
I took myself. I'm from the future, you see. I've foreseen these events.
Wow, that's very interesting. Would you say that your name gets a lot of attention, or what is it?
Yes, it does. But my boy, the end is near. The end is near! There's going to be an unseen event that not even God can stop, and it's going to end the world.
Tonight, we're joined by Citizen from the streets of New York. Sir, what is your name?
DeAndre. Yeah, you could call me P.
Nice to meet you, sir. And what do you do here in our fine city?
I freelance.
You're a freelance,
but,
and
I'm a musician.
Wow, well, that is something else. You know, a lot of our viewers are very musically inclined people. Where could we find some of your songs?
I perform at local places, and sometimes I'll be performing around here, but you can catch my new cassette coming in stores.
Wow, well, that's great to hear, sir. I hope you keep pursuing that musical career. Would love to hear your music sometime around. Not Scott Collins, signing off. Yesterday, one of the most shocking events in New York City history occurred, as the mayor was kidnapped. Or was he? The police department may tell you so, but wait to draw your conclusions until you hear what we saw. Hi there, this is Scott Collins. This just in, the mayor has been kidnapped by what appears to be crazed cultists. It appears that they were headed toward the residential area, so we'll be going there right now to check it out. We tried to provide you all with the best footage we could. Unfortunately, the local police force denied us any entry and threatened us with batons and rifles. The police have arrived, a huge squad of them. There was more tear gas and more bullets than dispersed citizens
They haven't actually done anything about the hostage situation yet. We heard that Edward Burns, he's an officer with the hostage takers. We don't know how.
So if you do not leave, you'll be gassed.
Interestingly enough, TMN watchers, this is the second time that we have been tear gassed in 2 days.
Is this a regular thing for you guys?
Pretty much.
What followed was a 20-minute standoff. However, it was not quite what you'd expect from a hostage situation. The police unloaded many magazines of ammunition into the door of the church. However, they never made any attempt to breach and directly challenge the hostage takers. Not only this, the police beat multiple innocent civilians who tried to approach the church and refused to let anyone through the door under penalty of death. Something was definitely off, and everyone on scene could tell. It seemed like the police were trying to uphold the illusion of a hostage situation, and that if anyone approached, their ruse might be uncovered. If you don't believe us yet, listen to this next part. At the end of the standoff, and without warning, a single masked man exited the building, spoke with one of the head officers, then ran off down the street. Shortly after, the mayor was rescued and escorted out of the building in a wheelchair. We followed the mayor and his police entourage, and when we tried to get word with some of the officers about the incident, they refused and beat us and anybody who came near them. After arriving at the hospital, the police barricaded up the entrance to everyone, even those who needed aid. After a small group against the police formed, determined to break through and seek medical aid, police forces threw tear gas and flashbangs. After a small group against the police formed, determined to break through and seek medical aid, police forces threw tear gas and flashbangs at innocent civilians. This led to me bleeding out badly enough to be entered into the hospital. Others, however, weren't as fortunate. Seeing that we weren't going to be able to enter the hospital, we decided to regroup and investigate the crime scene at the church, which had since calmed down. What we discovered there shocked us. We found a bomb planted in the church, but our on-hand explosive expert informed us the bomb was a fake.
A lot of bombs in my time, and this timer is clearly fake. This is just a thermostat. This is just a thermostat right here. This is an ER machine.
Needless to say, we were shocked and confused. So we turned back to the facts to try and piece together what had actually happened versus what the police told everyone in the official story. The mayor was captured by multiple masked individuals who locked themselves in the church. Then, the police made no attempt to breach the church, but instead waited until a single individual left the building before going in to rescue the mayor. Where did the other hostage takers go? And why did the police leave the bomb behind? It suddenly made sense to us why the police wouldn't give us any information. The whole kidnapping was a PR stunt, made to boost the popularity of an unpopular and corrupt mayor. As the mayor sinks lower and lower, we need to hold him accountable for his actions and make a stand, lest the lives of the people we have lost to his administration will have been in vain. This is Scott Collins with TMN. What's your name and what racial group would you say you come from?
My name is Lekatimbaras. It's a family name, and I come from Russia. I moved here after my brother for reasons because he said it was a good place to live instead of Soviet Russia. And he died recently. So
how did he die?
He died in the gang war that happened pretty recently.
Just before we go, we're almost out of time. What do you think about the racial tensions?
I do not understand people with racial tensions. I'm Russian, so people make fun of me for it. People are black, so people make fun of them for it. You make fun of someone for being idiot, not for what their skin color or their accent.
Hi there, I'm Scott Collins with TMN Network. We're speaking with a police officer from our local PD. Hello, sir. What is your name?
Hi, my name's Edward Burns.
Nice to meet you, Edward. Now, of course, there's been a lot of controversy with the police department in recent times. Especially yesterday, we ran a story on the protests that were happening outside the police department. What is your view on the actions of the police department?
I mean, like let's be honest here. Let's face some honest facts. Something I always like to bring forward. The incidents that you guys get, the people that run to you first, are going to be the ones that have sometimes the most outlandish of stories. When in reality the situation was a lot more neutral when you actually take a look at it from first hand. The incident last night involved roughly 20 individuals who at first were doing a peaceful protest, which they aren't, and then it escalated to a point of where individuals were using firearms, batons, bats, other melee devices, and attempting to assault people. That's what we had to escalate. We meet what they bring. They bring force, we bring force. It's a two-way street.
Well, this has been TMN 60 Seconds, and I've been Scott Collins. See you next time. Hi everybody, thank you for watching. In the meantime, if you'd like to support the show, you can contact us on our pager and head to the donation section for more information. If you donate money, a photo of you will be featured on Photos of the Day. See you in the next one. This is Scott Collins, signing off.